Alright guys, welcome to another video, and today we're going to talk about my Overland kitchen, which is finally finished. So we're going to start over here with the stove. So this is the Coleman Classic 2-burner stove. I've been using these stoves since I was a kid in the Boy Scouts, and they have never really let me down. They've always been really good. So I'm going to keep using them until one of them actually lets me down. I know a lot of people prefer some of the higher end stoves, but for my purposes, this is cheap, efficient, does what I need to do. Let's see, I have foregone the little bottles, and I've got a full 15-pound propane tank in the back there. I went with the 15-pound just because it's really hard to get a 5 or a 10-pound tank in my area. So I just went ahead and bought a 15-pound bottle. I also use it for my gas grill here at home. So it has multiple uses. It does take up a bit of space, but I'm really not hurting for space in the back here, so that's not a big deal to me. Cooler here. This is just a lifetime cooler. You can get them at Walmart. This one has done really well. It keeps ice pretty well. It keeps all my stuff cold. I haven't had an issue with it yet. No complaints. I also like these latches are a little bit easier to work than some of the other ones. Just flip them in and push down. Some of the ones that you have to like really pull down on to get them open, and it's kind of hard to do with one hand. This one I can operate one-handed. So if I'm filming a video, I don't have to use my other hand. Super easy. You can see I've got just enough clearance here to open this guy up fully. I've got a double slide out here to access everything. One of the reasons I went with the double slide is just so I could have some more space. And a lot of people said that these slides weren't going to be good enough. Basically, they weren't heavy enough or rated for heavy enough. This back slide here actually rests on the edge of the tailgate. So really it's just this front slide that's holding all this weight of a stove. It's really not very much, and these are rated for about 260 pounds. They do lock, so I can't push it in right now, which is really nice if you're parked on a hill or anything. They don't just always slide in and out. They do lock in the in position as well as the out position. Over here, we've got my big drawer. So as you can see, since I almost just lost it, so this drawer isn't actually held in with any slides or anything. There's no stops for it. The reason I did that is because I wanted to make the most of the space that I had, and it does take a little bit more force to pull out. I've got these handles on the front to kind of help with that. So it does take a little bit more force to pull this thing in and out, but overall I think it is worth it, because what I gain from that is just that extra inch of space on either side. In the front here, this is kind of like my catch-all. So we've got some soap and a sponge in here, toilet paper, got a lighter right now that would usually be in here. Bungee cords. These bungees actually hold the cooler down while I'm on the move, so it doesn't bounce all over the place. Back in here we got some towels, and I've also got all my coffee stuff in there. So I got a little French press. There's also some instant coffee and some tea bags in there because I don't want to make full-on coffee. Going back, I've got a big cutting board here, big skillet. I need to clean it. It's got a little bit of rust on it there, but I'll throw that on top of the stove, and then I can cook eggs, pancakes, whatever. It's a little bit easier than using the pot for something like that. I used to keep a whole frying pan and plates and everything in this kit, but I felt like it was just too much, and I really wanted to reduce the amount of weight I was carrying, so I got rid of a lot of that stuff. If I'm going out with a big group, I might grab it and throw it in, but if it's just me, I just have some little bowls in here, a pot. There's a few cups, coffee cups. That's really it. Back here we have kind of like my cooking utensils. So spatula, spoon, tongs, wooden spoon, cooking spray, olive oil. That's really all you need to cook with. You can cook pretty much any meal with those utensils. All the way in the back here, this is like emergency food. So I've got ramen noodles, some of these rice things, Jiffy Pop. There's some Jello in there, some canned goods, peanut butter. The reason I have all this stuff is if, like sometimes on a Friday afternoon, I want to just go after work, I can just throw this guy in here, and I know I've got enough food for the weekend. I can just make a couple meals. Super easy. Over here, we got my little drawer. So inside the little drawer, same thing here, no slides. The other benefit is I can just remove these fully, so these don't stay in the truck all the time. It's a lot of extra weight. So, but in here, so we got some utensils. I got plastic and then metal utensils over here. Sometimes it's easier just to do plastic. In the back, we got spices. This is upside down, so those are probably all gonna fall out, but that's okay. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, chili powder, and Italian seasoning. That's really all you need. Put these around. Back in here, I got some Cliff Bars. There's also some matches in there as a backup in case I run out of fluid in the old lighter for the stove. And then all the way up front here, we got some koozies for your beverage of choice. Those sit right there. So if I want to grab it, it's the first thing. It's the easiest thing to get out of this kit. All right, push this all the way back in. So I can push it in with one hand. It is a bit of weight, but it's not too bad. In the back corner there, we have my propane and my water. So 15-pound propane bottle and then 7 gallons of fresh water. And the cool thing about the water is we have it on a pump. Just push a switch. You can hear it come on. Come around over to this side. Grab my spray nozzle. Not a ton of pressure, but it does the job. Really, that's there for just making it a little bit easier to clean up after you do dishes, or after you cook, fill up water bottles, wash your hands, things like that. Really helpful to have. This does pull out, but it's stuck right now, and it'll make it all the way pretty much to the stove. But really helpful. Get my propane hose, goes all the way back. The only thing I don't like about the setup is I do have to take the propane off every time I put it away. So if I'm putting it away overnight, I do have to take that hose off, which is kind of a pain, but not the end of the world. You can see. So it does all work. Most of these switches aren't hooked up to anything right now, but I do have a light. Surprisingly bright. It does light up this whole cargo area at night. So if you're looking for something, you can see. The only thing I don't have right now is I don't have any lights to light up the cooking area. It's a little too far away from there to reach out and be able to see. So that's the only thing I don't have right now that I really like to have. But so that's it, guys. It's my Overland kitchen. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you later.